Welcome to Fasting and Healthy Living. Today I'm talking about a book. It's called Nitric Oxide, The Solution to Health. In this book there's amazing facts about nitric oxide. I already talked about what are the exercises which increase nitric oxide the other day. I know a lot of people had a lot of questions about nitric oxide, and that made me to read this book by Dr. Nathan Bryan. And let's dive into this book and see what it says. This book has got amazing facts about nitric oxide. It's saying that say yes to no. What does say yes to no? You are saying yes to nitric oxide by increasing the nitric oxide in the body. So this book explains a lot of things about what is nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is an element, it's a signaling molecule which signals your blood vessels to dilate, signals your brain to improve the functions, signals your immune cells to produce immunity against pathogens. So it's a miracle molecule, and there's a lot of studies about it, and there's a doctor who has already got a Nobel Prize in 1998. So this book is actually saying that say no to high blood pressure, say no to heart attack and stroke and diabetes, kidney disease and Alzheimer's disease by increasing nitric oxide. So the first content I would just say is like this book is talking only about preventing diseases. By increasing the nitric oxide in your body, you can increase the epithelial nitric oxide and thereby dilating your blood vessels. So epithelium in our body means the blood vessels has a lining in our inside our body. If nitric oxide is improved, then the blood vessels will dilate and improve the blood flow, thereby increasing the risk and chances, even cholesterol. There's a lot of benefits by increasing the nitric oxide. This book also talks about a lot of diseases which they have studied in, and this book is amazing because everybody should read this book. If anybody could get it, it's not that expensive book. How the foods which affects. So the food which affects the balance of nitric oxide. So I will show the foods which is, you can see the list of vegetables. So kale, Swiss chard, arugula, spinach, celery, wild radish, bok choy, beets, Chinese cabbage, beet juice, lettuce, cabbage, mustard greens, cauliflower, parsley, kohlrabi, carrot and broccoli. And you can see how medium ones are. These are the most common vegetables we use, and this has actually improved the nitric oxide in our body. The main thing is I actually want people to increase the consumption of green leafy vegetables in their body. Green leafy vegetables, especially eating raw food, vegetables, especially broccoli, beets, beet juice and beets are really good. And if you already know that it produces nitrates and nitric oxide converted to it, and the color of the beets is like there's a lot of antioxidants in too. And also the first number one which I talked about was kale. Kale is a number one vegetable which has a lot of nitric oxide. Consuming one vegetable which contains nitric oxide can improve your health. Also, I also recommend to exercise every day, the nasal breathing. The nasal breathing was one of the most used for 3 weeks. You will see how your sinus is clearing up, you are improving your health, and your energy level goes higher. So I highly recommend anyone who is interested, please inbox me, I can link you. This is a great book to read and great book to understand about nitric oxide and the benefits of nitric oxide. So in order to make you guys understand more about nitric oxide, today I have Berkeley test for nitric oxide. These are the test strips for nitric oxide, and these are salivary nitric oxide. You're going to test it. What I'm going to do is this comes in individual packets, and I have the test strip open, and I'm going to apply saliva and show you. First one is I will show without eating kale or beets or any kind of nitric oxide boosting products, and I'll show you how my test results are. So you can see now I applied saliva to the test strips. You can see it's 0 nitric oxide in my body because I was empty stomach, and in a minute I'm going to drink some kale juice. I made some kale juice in the NutriBullet, and I'm going to have that one, and I will let you guys know what my test results are in 30 minutes. So this is now 15 minutes after my kale drink. I finished a cup of it, and you can see this is the nitric oxide in my light. So this is after 15 minutes, so it matches. So the first one was like clear, the second one is matching this one. And we will test some other vegetables too. So this is after 15 minutes. We'll see after 30 minutes too how my values are going higher. So this is the third test. This is after 2 hours of having nitric oxide rich food. The color of the nitric oxide has turned into almost dark. So what I had is kale, and this is after 2 hours of my testing. You can see it's not that dark, but it is actually similar to this. So this is the importance of nitric oxide in our body. If you eat nitric oxide rich foods, how it is converted, how it is going to dilate your blood vessels, this is how it is going to do. So I highly recommend to have nitric oxide rich foods every day, at least one vegetable a day, one green leafy vegetables, either kale, beet juice, so many of them, cauliflower. Eating raw is very good. That will increase the nitric oxide level. So check this out, guys, and thanks for supporting my channel. Stay tuned and press the bell icon for more videos and more notifications. You can just check it out, the nitric oxide importance.